So we all know what's currently going on with Kyrie Irving. This isn't news to anyone. And I haven't done a, I guess, normal Brooklyn Nets rebuild in 2K22. Now, I did use them as my first 82-0 challenge back in the first week of the game's launch. But I haven't really sat down and just rebuilt this team 3 years, trying to win 3 championships, trying to replicate what I just did in the Chicago Bulls rebuild from a couple of days ago. Shout out if you watched that. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Now, you read the title. We are going to be trading Kyrie Irving today. I'm not going to be winning it with the big 3. Now, I think this ends up getting resolved. I think the new mayor will come in New York City. He'll kind of relax the mandate with, I feel like, the Brooklyn Nets and the players when their vaccination status. And I think he's going to end up being on the Nets roster or in their rotation come playoff time. I just feel like that's going to happen. I don't think any team trades for him unless it's like the Dallas Mavericks saying, yeah, we'll give you Kristaps Porzingis, or a team that like can talk to Kyrie and be like, will you play for us, or are you going to retire? And I'm like, nope, I'll play for you. And boom, he does that. Because I don't really think he's so tied to Brooklyn now. I think he's from that area, or at least that's why he came there, because he had some ties to Brooklyn. But I don't think after all this, he would feel like, all right, it's either Brooklyn Nets or retirement. I think he would join like a Mavericks or a Miami Heat, hypothetically speaking. You know, I'm just throwing out random teams out there. So we are going to be trading Kyrie. It's not going to be a realistic rebuild. I'm going to try to win 3 straight championships, and I'd like to have like a 75+ win season. So if we throw up Kyrie Irving in the trade finder, would I want Chris Middleton? Not really. I prefer somebody under 30 years old. Darius Garland is not a bad fit whatsoever. Paul George, Jaren Jackson Jr., John Collins, Donovan Mitchell. I've been getting him a little bit lately, so I'm not going to touch Donovan Mitchell, but I would actually bring in, would Booker even make sense with Harden and Durant? I don't really know. Ingram wouldn't be a bad idea. John Wall would. Ugh. DeJounte Murray, good player and actually progresses very well in this game. Shea, Cat, Clay. I honestly kind of want to get Cat. I would have to give up LaMarcus Aldridge and Kyrie Irving, but I'd get Karl-Anthony Towns and Malik Beasley. I don't think there's any way that the Lakers would do Anthony Davis for Kyrie Irving. And I think like if the Nets offered them that, I don't know. No, they wouldn't accept that, but how funny would that be? Like Kyrie and AD on the same team again. They say no. I mean, there's probably not much else I could throw in. Like if I gave you Nicholas Claxton and you gave me Austin Reeves. Yeah, I don't really think this happens. So I think we're going to be trading Kyrie Irving and LaMarcus Aldridge for Karl-Anthony Towns. And we get Malik Beasley out of this, which isn't too bad. So 2K wants to go Harden, Harris. Jeez, I got to move that Harris contract eventually. KD, Millsap, Towns. I might look for a better 3/4. So I'm going to be moving Javon Carter, Blake Griffin, and a 2nd round pick for David Nwaba and Jae'Sean Tate. So we have a couple former Rockets here in this starting 5, because I would like to start Tate over Millsap. So right now, it's going to look something like this. Malik Beasley, 17, Claxton, 14, sure. Cam Thomas, I don't think is going to get minutes. Yeah, because we're probably just going to run a 9-man rotation out here. We're going to go 35, 36 to the big 3. We can go 27 to Jae'Sean Tate. Maybe a couple, I want to go 20 to Millsap, and let's go 29 to Patty Mills. And honestly, like Millsap 17, and then we can go 17 to Claxton, sure. So I'm going to let this team roll. If I feel like we are not going to win a championship come the trade deadline, I will be making some more moves. But as of now, having KD and Harden and Cat, I think we're going to be okay. So we end the season as the 2 seed, which is going to scare me. If I ended up winning 3 straight championships in the Chicago Bulls rebuild, and I can't in this rebuild, I don't know what to say. KD gets All-NBA 3rd team. No, I was going to say no Harden, but yeah, there he is, an All-NBA 2nd team. He's obviously not playing the best basketball in real life, or at least what Nets probably wanted him to, or just what Harden fans expect him to do. But you'd assume he will get it together and will kind of be that Harden of old. So let's see who we got. It is the Atlanta Hawks. A good round 1 matchup. Don't get me wrong. They could definitely beat us. Injuries are off. Auto-generated draft classes are on. Here was the scoring allocation, as Cat was our 2nd leading scorer. He averaged 23 and 10, 5 assists. I feel like he also was 50, 40, 90. But yeah, like I feel like when I use the Timberwolves, he doesn't even put up these numbers. He puts up like 19 and 8, and I have KD and Harden on this team. Patty Mills was an alright 6th man. He didn't shoot well from the field, but you know, shot well from 3 and had a good true shooting percentage. Malik Beasley was good. Could definitely use his contract though in the offseason. Same with Joe Harris. Jae'Sean Tate was not very good. Maybe I'll start Paul Millsap over him. I don't really know, but I would like to go 40 minutes, honestly. Or let's see what 2K comes up with. So they would go 42, 41, 38. Yeah, that's fine with me. 31 to Beasley, 24 to Millsap. We can go 21, 18, 15, 10. Sure, Joe Harris, it sucks, but the fall off has become, I mean, he was elite this year from 3. 45%. Look at these numbers. He shot 47% from 3 in 2019. That's absurd. Like, there was a time a few years ago where if you shot 37%, that is absurd. Now 47%. On like just high volume, I mean, like that is just crazy. So we should be fine against the Atlanta Hawks, or at least I think we should be. And yeah, we sweep them. Let's go. We got the Milwaukee Bucks in round 2, so we're gonna have a very tough road to the NBA Finals. Harden and Cat were elite in that series. KD was still solid. We got the Milwaukee Bucks here. They didn't really make any moves. It looks like they actually did pick up Josh Richardson. Can we beat them? And we sweep them. We are 8-0, and now we have the Philadelphia 76ers here in the conference finals. Karl Anthony Towns, man, he has been arguably our best player in the playoffs so far in these 8 games. Holy crap, yeah, he has been on another planet. KD's still been really good, and Harden. Like, look at these shooting, 71%, 59%, okay, and then 66%. So we have Philly, who like won't trade Ben Simmons and probably won't in this game. Can we beat them? They do beat us. Wow. So, by 1. There goes our 8-game winning streak here in the playoffs. KD dropped 38. It was not enough. Tied 1-1. We beat them by 9 on the road. So, you know, we are tied up. Game 3, we lose by 6. It's not ideal being down 2-1 and we're down 3-1. No. I wanted to win 3 championships in this video, or it was a bust. So let's hope that they can blow a 3-1 lead against us. I think it's possible since we just went 8-0 and we swept the Bucks. So yeah, we're definitely, we should be going here to a game 6. We end up beating them by 16. We dropped 152 on their heads. On the road too. So let's see what happens here in game 6. Can we force a game 7? Not off to a great start, but we get it back in the second quarter. That third quarter is brutal. Oh, that third quarter is so brutal. All right, let's see what happens here in the fourth. Can we come back? Yes, we can. Let's go. We're up by 3, up by 4, up by 4. Don't blow it. Oh my God, up by 1, 55 seconds left. I kind of want to hop in. Up by 2, let's see. Oh my God, I don't want to lose this game. Let's see who's got the ball. Like, I just can't see like what was going on in the simcast. I needed to hop in. So we're going to get fouled here, which is nice. So we have KD at the line. This should be fine at home. No screen's going to be shaken. As long as we knock down both free throws here, we'll be chilling. First one, a little scary, a little scary. Can't say I use KD a lot in 2K22. All right, up by 3, they're going to call timeout. We know they're not giving it to Simmons. They're not giving it to Embiid. There is a lot of time left, so they might go for the quick 2. All right, so yeah, no 3s. Make sure Danny Green, he's out there for that reason, doesn't get one. Make sure Tobias Harris. Ben Simmons is wide open in the corner. That's fine. Cat on Embiid. Great defense there by Cat, and that is going to help us force a game 7 most likely. Going back to Philly to the Wells Fargo Center. Harden just knocked that down. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this game is over, and we're going to a game 7. Let's ride. All right, game 7, here we go. Just please don't get blown out. Please. Can we win this game on the road? We've beaten them in this building before in this series, and yeah, we're up by 20. They're gonna blow a 3-0 lead on us. Let's freaking, oh my God. They almost came back though. I got way too cocky. They outscore us by 15 in the 4th, but we end up prevailing. They blow a 3-1 lead, and then you have Nets Warriors. This could be a preview of this year's NBA Finals. Let's go. KD against his former team. I don't know if there's any former Nets on that team, but we do lose game 1. Not good. What is that, 4th quarter? Oh, they really came back in that 4th quarter. We had the lead going into it. 1-1. All right, so we ended up beating them by 9. This is reminding me a lot of that Sixers series, but we're up 2-1. Beat them by 22 on the road. Bielitsa dropping 24 on us. He's been having a very good playoff run for them. So good, actually. Harden drops a triple-double. Cat gives me 27. I'm like, this team should not lose any... Oh my God. We should not lose any series with this big 3 we have. And then I'm going to have the assets to really, like, make our bench elite, I think, in the offseason. And then I'm thinking we're going to go 82 now. I'm just kidding. And boom, there we go. We end up winning the NBA Finals. We cruise through the Hawks in round 1, cruise through the Bucks in round 2. We come back down from a 3-1 deficit against the Sixers, and then we beat the Warriors in 6. And yeah, I did not expect trading Kyrie Irving would net me the 2022 Finals MVP, but here we are. All right, so Cat looked like he was an amazing pickup, and I'm really glad that I traded for him. I don't know if we have our first round pick this year. We don't. It goes to the Heat. Technically, I guess it would go to the Rockets, but there's probably some swap in there. I'm sure the Thunder are involved as well. So we currently have Jacque Vaughn, and we have Steve Nash. If I want to bring in a shot doctor by the name of Mark Daigneault, would he come here? He maybe would. Yeah, I would actually love that. Boom. Just feels like there's a lot less, like, real coaches here in 2K to Kyrie's assistants. But we're going to try to get just, like, some big man, some perimeter D coaches. Like, let's try to snag Wes Unseld, and boom, there we go. We actually still have a huge budget for our coaching staff. And speaking of staff, let's pick up Josh Longstaff. And then finally, for our wing whisperer, you really don't need to hire these guys, like, by their roles, but I'll hire Eric Bowen, sure, and boom, there we go. All right, so trade finder. Like I said, I would like to improve the bench, and I don't know who I'm going to be trading, but I wouldn't mind a Joe Harris, David Nwaba trade finder just to see what we can get. Like Markelle Fultz being our point guard off the bench would be kind of sick. I do get Terrence Ross, but I will look to see if we get any other offers. Jacques Pirtle, not a bad idea. Derek White, pretty good too, but I think I'd prefer to have Markelle Fultz. I do have to give up a first-round pick, which hurts a little bit, but I kind of already accepted the fact that I wasn't really going to have a lot of first-round picks in this video. So Fultz will be our backup point guard. Unless we move Harden to the 2 and start Fultz, like that could be something. We could move Terrence Ross and Malik Beasley for Gordon Hayward and Vernon Carey, but that's like 2 bench guys for 1. I mean, like Malik Beasley's good. Ooh, getting Robert Williams and Marcus Smart's kind of nice, because Robert Williams is an upgrade over Claxton as a backup big, and I could say Smart is like good, and I could probably flip Smart as well. So you know what, we are going to do this trade. We found our backup center in Robert Williams, and then that means I don't really need Day'Ron Sharpe, so I'm going to look to trade him and Marcus Smart for Terry Rozier and a 2nd round pick. I actually love that trade. Alright, so we end up with Lowell Paul and Otis Andrews, 3 of like the last 4 picks, or 2 of the last 4 picks in the draft. So Harden opts out, Mills opts out. Obviously, we need to bring back James Harden, because then that would really make this 3-peat challenge kind of tough. So Harden has 2 offers. Any real ones? No. Perfect. So let's just give him the 5-year deal. It is an unrealistic rebuild, so I could flat rate it, but I don't really need to do that, so we'll just give him the normal deal. Player option, I'm not going to give him the no trade clause because you never know. I would like to bring back Paul Millsap for trade purposes. Claxton I will bring back. Bruce Brown, who I didn't even play last year, but I might bring him back for trade purposes as well. And then Claxton, since we have a better backup center, I'm going to give him like 15 mil because I can match that up with other players for trade purposes. So I don't think we're going to be able to bring back Patty Mills, unfortunately, which is a shame. So I think it might be like Harden and Rozier in the backcourt, but I wouldn't mind like a more defensive-minded shooting guard. I know I just had one on Marcus Smart, but somebody that maybe I rely on, or I could rely on a little bit more with their scoring attributes. So we could get Clint Capella. Well, that's a backup. That's a better backup center. I mean, I would think about that, but if I can get like that shooting guard that I was just talking about, do I do this trade and now move Robert Williams? No, I'm gonna keep the Time Lord. I don't really like want Capella, to be honest with you. We could pick up Draymond for the power forward spot. Draymond's actually not bad. It's nice that he doesn't regress so much in this game. We could get Buddy Hield, but that doesn't really give me the defensive ability. So I'm going to go to the player finder. We're going to look for a shooting guard / small forward that's not making more than, I would say, 23 mil a year. And then has at least a B 3-point shooting and a B perimeter D. So there's probably not a lot of guys like here. Yeah, 44. OG Anunoby. Well, that would actually be just like the best thing ever. So could I move Claxton and could I move Bruce Brown for him or Millsap? Not even close with that. All right, no. Wait, did I throw in Brown? Damn. So they would want Rozier and you'd give me Gary Trent. Okay, I think I might do this because I prefer like OG and Trent, I think, over Rozier and Claxton. And Gary Trent's pretty good. So we're going to do this trade, and OG Anunoby is just going to be a stud for us in our starting 5. So right now, let's look at the team. And like I said, I wanted an elite bench. We have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to look to trade Paul Millsap and maybe Jae'Sean Tate as well if I want to use Cam Thomas. I mean, I don't know if I should trust Cam Thomas, to be honest with you, and just like look to trade Millsap and Thomas for somebody that I know will be good for me right away, like DeAnthony Melton. I mean, not really that good. So I don't really know what to do. I might wait a little bit. I mean, could I throw in this Andrews guy and get somebody good? Could pick up Brandon Clark. I guess Brandon Clark would be an upgrade over Paul Millsap. And then I have Gary Trent, Markelle Fultz, Robert Williams, and Clark off the bench. And I get Zaire Williams with this deal as well. I'm going to do that, and maybe I'll flip Jae'Sean Tate and Zaire Williams now. Forgot I have Jae'Sean Tate too. I could pick up a Kungwu and Capella. I can get Barnes. Barnes would actually be kind of nice to have on this team. Oh yeah, give me Keldon Johnson and a 1st round pick. Thank you very much. So here is player progression. Harden regresses and Towns doesn't progress, which kind of sucks. Alright, so I would like to start Anunoby at the 2, which is kind of crazy, but I think I want to do it, honestly. Keldon Johnson at the 4. Yeah, I mean, I could just start KD at the 4. Like, just do that, and maybe I'd feel more comfortable with that. And I guess Johnson at the 2, because he is a little bit shorter. Alright, so this is going to be the starting 5. Harden, Johnson, Anunoby, Durant, and Towns, with Gary Trent, Robert Williams, Markelle Fultz, and Brandon Clark off the bench. His team better win its 2nd championship this year, because I don't know what to say if it doesn't. So we were the 1 seed again here in the Eastern Conference. Or no, we were the 2 seed last year, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 75 wins. We go 75-7 this season. let's freaking go. We don't get anybody on an All-NBA team after getting 2 last year. Maybe it's because we improved the bench. I don't know. Nobody on anything, actually. But yeah, 75 wins, that's what I'm talking about. I think we were just like an elite bench away from getting that, and we do. Like, we had an OG Anunoby, Robert Williams, Brandon Clark, Markelle Fultz, Keldon Johnson, Gary Trent Jr. to this big 3 last offseason. Kind of like astonishing, to be honest with you. So yeah, we are taking on the Toronto Raptors in round 1. They have Terry Rozier. He was a former Brooklyn Net for like a day, and Nicholas Claxton. So could this be the revenge series? If they beat me, I don't know what I will do. I don't want to force a win. Can we not do that? All right. So I would be surprised if they even get a win. How did they beat us? Really? What game did they beat us in? Game 4, they won by 1 point. Svi goes for 27. All right, I see what it is. Like, KD wasn't on, Harden wasn't on, and then game 5 we ended up winning in overtime. How are these games close? KD does drop a triple-double in that game. And I kind of want to see what, like, 2K would come up with the rotation for these playoffs, because maybe that would be better in the long term. So they would go Harden, Trent, KD, Johnson, Towns with Anunoby, Williams, Fultz, and Clark off the bench. Honestly, we could do that. Sure. So next up, we had the Milwaukee Bucks, a team we swept last year, and now we're a 75-win team. I love the Jeremy Grant pickup. It's actually performing very well for them in the playoffs, but I think we should be okay against them. And yeah, we sweep them. So 2 years, 2 playoff series, Nets versus Bucks. For us in this, we are 8-0, but if you count in real life, then it's technically, what, 11-4, because the Bucks just recently beat the Nets in 7 in the quarterfinals last year. Alright, so KD wasn't all that. Gary Trent, same kind of thing there, but we should be fine. I mean, we got my kryptonite. We do, but we should be fine against them, right? Oh my god, we're going to a game 7. I don't want to play it, but what the, like, come on. Really? Game 1, we blow them out. Game 2, we blow them out. Game 3, we lose by 9 in overtime. Game 4, we lose by 4. Game 5, we blow them out. Game 6, we lose by 5. So all of our wins have been by blowouts, and all their wins have been less than 10. So can we just win Game 7? If we're a 75-win team, the Celtics, it's crazy how good they are against me in the simulation. Alright, so we are up by 11 on them entering the 4th. Things are looking good for us. I'd rather be us than them right now. And yeah, we are going to win by 3 points. 2K loves having the Celtics be a pest in my side. Now we have the Pelicans, who are even better in the simulation. They have Colin Sexton now. See what happens. Game 1, we win. 2, we also win. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No, 2-2. 3-2 us. And we win in 6 for the 2nd straight year. We beat the Warriors last year in 6. This year we beat the Celtics, or excuse me, the Pelicans in 6. Harden's your finals MVP. So Cat has 1, Harden has 1. Now we need KD to get finals MVP next year to go 3 for 3. So Paul Millsap just retired. I actually think it said he retired with the Utah Jazz, which is kind of, oh, no, with the Grizzlies. I was looking at Rudy Gay then, because, like, he was a Jazz before, so I thought it was kind of cool. All right, rookie signings. We got Lucas Davis here at pick 17. That was from the Spurs pick. Gary Trent opts out. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford him, because, and, like, we got Keldon Johnson, and we're paying so many other guys, like, a lot of money, so it may be tough. Wait, Keldon Johnson, and then we don't have bird rights on Gary Trent. That's annoying. So we actually might have to let Gary Trent, like, fully walk. I did not know that. Now I regret having him on my team. So let me bring back Keldon Johnson on a 4-year deal. Let's get that done with. And then will 2K allow me to sign Gary Trent? Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Can I afford? Nope. Does he have a real offer? Because that's going to decide some things. He doesn't. Perfect. So I will give you... How much do I have to clear up? All right, what do I have to clear up? $13 million if I want him to come back. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we could move Fultz. Like, Fultz is a good backup point guard, but if we can get a... yeah, like, if I can move Fultz and this Davis guy for somebody that's making around, I don't know, a little less than $9 million, that would be nice. So, like, Book Knight would be... not bad. I mean, we wouldn't really have a backup point guard. Herbert Edwards, I mean, that might be like a guy we need. Kyra Lewis, I don't really want Kyra Lewis. Oladipo, yeah, he's making 14 mil, so never mind. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're getting Josh Giddey. He could basically be a backup point guard. And then I'm just going to move Grayson Allen for like a 1st-round pick. And then we should be fine to bring back Gary Trent. So, let me offer Gary Trent a deal. I moved him for basically a 1st-round pick. And boom, there we go. We have the team fully back. Oh, this is going to be so good. Harden has regressed down to an 86 overall now. I still think we're going to be fine and we could 3-peat next year. Because like I said, if I could do it in the Bulls rebuild, but I guess I had a lot younger of a core there. Like I know I had Donovan Mitchell on that team. but still, we should be okay. So let's see what 2K comes up with. It's Harden, Trent, Durant, Johnson, Towns, with Giddey, Anunoby, Williams, and Clark off the bench. That works for me, man. It really does. System proficiency is going to be 4.5-star perimeter centric. It would be kind of sweet if we get it 5 stars in this video, but we'll have to wait and see and find out. All right, somehow we were the 2 seed this year. I don't really know how that's possible. We didn't, what? We had like a 15-win drop-off? I mean, I know Harden, maybe I should have looked to trade Harden. Yeah, I honestly might regret not doing that. We are 4.5-star system proficiency still. How did this team, maybe I should have, I don't know. Harden is still, I think, fine. We can rely a lot on KD. They want to start Giddey at the 2. That's also cool with me. KD led the team in scoring with 20 points. Cat, there with 19. Like, yeah, that's what I normally see with Cat on the Timberwolves. So this is pretty much the allocation right here. Giddey, 4.5 assists. All right. Towns is also giving me 5 assists for my center spot. So that's, like, just amazing. The Pistons were better than us. Okay, they had this guy named Pedro Covington. He was the 4th overall pick last year, or 2 years ago. He's a stud. Jackson Hayes. Okay. We have the Milwaukee Bucks again. Tell me I'm going to sweep them again in round 1. Please tell me. Please tell me. Okay. Nope, we're not going to sweep them. We're up 2-1, 3-1, and we end up winning in 6. Okay, if a round 1 matchup is going to go into 6 games, this is going to be tough to get the 3-peat. Ugh. All right, 2K, you want to make any changes? Any adjustments for the next round? Let's see. Who do we got? We have the Orlando Magic. A beatable, like such a beatable team. Good team, young team on the way up, but we should be fine against them. And we end up winning in 6. Oof, another scary series. Now I'm kind of nervous going up against the Pistons because they're in the conference finals. They're the 1 seed. They had more regular season wins than us. I mean, they have Cade Cunningham. He was really good in this game. Here were the quarterfinal stats. Cat led the way in scoring, followed by Harden, and then KD wasn't very good. KD's not been that good in the playoffs, really. So let's see what happens here in the conference finals. The Pistons are 8-0. Oh, jeez. They're 8-0 right now. How is, like, Killian doing in the playoffs? It's been pretty good, actually, efficient. Cade's been elite. Sadiq Bey's been all right. Not great, actually. They're playing Stewart at the 4 and Covington at the 5. All right, so they have Holiday, Oladipo, Porters, Josh Richardson, some good defenders off the bench. Game 1, we win. There we go. We just hand them their first L in the playoffs on the road, and we beat them by double digits. That's beautiful. 2-0. Give me a 3-0. All right, never mind. The Pistons, okay, we beat them in 6. What's with every series going into 6 games? And then here were the numbers. Cat, Harden led the way. So can we beat the Nuggets? So we've beaten the Warriors. We've beaten the Pelicans. Let's beat the Nuggets and win 3 straight NBA Finals. I want to get a KD Finals MVP because it would be cool if Harden, Cat, and KD got one. But we lose game 1 by double digits at home. That's not good. Game 2, we win. That's a huge win. We beat them by 30. We dropped 156 on their heads. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. And give me a Game 5 victory. Give me, okay, a Game 6. We won every single finals in this video in 6 games. And we just won every single playoff series in 6 games. Okay. I guess I'll take that. And KD is your finals MVP. So we got one out of KD, we got one out of Karl-Anthony Towns, and we got one out of James Harden. I do want to see if, like, it was deserving for KD, or should it have gone to somebody else? Okay, KD had 25, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. There's Harden. Definitely didn't deserve to go to Cat, so I guess it was Harden or KD. So I'm cool with Kevin Durant winning it. And I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know down below, do you think that Kyrie Irving is going to be traded from the Brooklyn Nets? And yeah, let me know maybe which fantasy style rebuild you want to see next. I'm on a streak right now. For the Chicago Bulls, 3-peated 3 years. Brooklyn Nets, 3-peated in 3 years. Let me know who you want to see next. Do you want to see maybe the Milwaukee Bucks? Might save a 10-year rebuild for them. Do you want to see maybe the Denver Nuggets? Do you want to see the Dallas Mavericks? Do you want to see the Miami Heat? I don't know. Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.